Mad, sick, Reggaeville.
SummerJam 2013. Welcome to Cologne, Rocky Dawuni. I learned a little something. Aquaba.
Oh wow, Medasi pa.
Etesen.
Boko. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so incredible. Well. Now you're making me feel at home.
Oh, thank
Welcoming
you. That's
me
what I was
in
going
Ashanti in Chi. It's a really honor. I'm having a wonderful time being here and being part of such a historic festival.
I'm glad to hear that. So obviously you're enjoying the vibe so far, right?
The vibes are incredible. For me, the power of music to bring everybody together and the opportunity of artists like me to be on stage and share it with them, it's like I couldn't ask for anything better, and I'm an artist too who believes in, connecting with people and and celebrating and sharing a positive and good vibration with people. So any opportunity for me to do that, it's a great one. And then even opportunity to do that on a platform too that is very, very big, like SummerJam, was a great honor for me. Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Speaking of reggae music and the music that you do, this fusion with Afrobeat and stuff, has reggae music found you, or how did you find reggae music?
Well, I think reggae music to some extent found me whilst I was searching for reggae music, So there was kind of like that intersection of ideas and intentions and visions, because coming from Africa, I come from an environment of different styles of music, Afrobeat, high life and all that, But reggae first really touched a nerve with me. It was a music that was used in Jamaica for liberation, and also to articulate the aspirations of, downtrodden and underprivileged people, and then people who don't have a voice to, you could be wealthy, but if you don't have the voice to let what you know out there, it's a problem, And I felt that reggae was the music that was used for that in Jamaica. And growing up as an artist who felt that there was the need to bring two different important sounds that have been part of the liberation and elevation of downtrodden people around the world, and having the ability to meld it together, I felt is something that the world needs now, and a new path of revitalizing reggae, but bringing a new African groove aspect to it, but the message and integrity still intact. Yes. So that is what we're bringing. It's a revolution and it's a new power and a new time,
It's lovely, and people today, they enjoyed it so much. The vibe when you were performing was wonderful. How did you personally experience it when you were on stage today?
It was a joyous occasion, you know what I mean? Because there's fusion of reggae and Afrobeat. A lot of people are getting exposed to it as a new thing. In America though, there's an audience, there's already a following for it, and then also in Africa, So here in Europe, it was very, very cool to see everybody moving, you know what I mean? Everybody will, you move and then you just start grooving too. And it's just a whole thing where now the music not only covers just the mental and spiritual aspect, but also the heart. And then also, as they say in Africa, the waist, you know what I mean? So you're moving and you're just dancing into consciousness, you know what I mean? Exactly, get into the groove. So that's what this new sound is all about. It's about moving people, at the same time letting people remember the most important thing. It's that ultimately we all have to be custodians of peace and justice for everybody around the world, and it has to be something too that is not spoken of as rhetoric by artists, but it has to be something that people have to start practicing it in their everyday life, because the world needs it now. We are at a point in the world where people have to let their actions and their words be backed by actions. So positive words, if we are all gathered here for positive music, then our actions too have to be positive. And I feel that once we can all have that way of living our everyday lives, then that the black man is not going to hurt the white man is not going to hurt the white man, the woman is going to hurt the man is not going to hurt the other man, the different political parties in Germany are not going to hurt each other, the different religious groups are not going to hurt each other. Then you create, at a fundamental level, you create a connectivity among people, and once you succeed in that, then all the others will be an easier thing to do. So I feel that is where the music played a role. And that's the role of people like me to be here, mingle with the people, and truthfully move them. You know.
And
Yes,
you are really a man of action, and you're taking up the responsibility, not just as an artist, you're also very active for UNICEF, the United Nations organizations. You speak up for the education of the youths, for the safety of gas stoves, a lot of things. Please give us a little insight on what charity projects you're involved with, and how others maybe can also help that.
Well, for me, you know, the important part is that we're all given what we have, the ability to be on a platform so that we can utilize that to play a meaningful role in people's lives, you know, and that's what really drives me, you know what I mean? So for me, when I see any place where they need to create an immense communication, I go there and try to help to push the word. And I'm also, you know, a supporter of justice and peace. So I have to also, in my actions, I have to really show it, you know. So when it comes to, you know, gender equality issues, you know what I mean? I mean, in where I come from in Africa, you know, that issue, and gender equality, not in terms of one person being better or something, but, you know, empowering the woman and empowering the men. In the long run, it all helps strengthen a nation. You know, so I try to let everybody to see that in so doing the right thing, it's not one person that's benefiting, it benefits all of us. You know, and we have to really aspire to a new level where we all start doing things for the higher good, you know. And I feel that through music, I can be able to play a meaningful role in really championing this whole energy and this whole vibration, because it's a vibration of the time, you know. It's a vibration of the time, you know.
Speaking of this music, a little bit more still. I know you have done a lot of records already, and now you are working on a new album again. So please tell us a little bit about this album coming up.
Yeah, the new album too, you know, will have, you know, it will be really a combination of, you know, there will be the reggae music, you know, but also reggae music, and then also the Afro roots style, you know. And because I think that those two audiences need to come together. You see, because you come and then there's like people's like, oh, basically they are roots and reggae, and then you go to world music, you know, events, and it's kind of also different on its side, but it's the same sentiment. You know, and even I was just telling somebody today that, you know, I did a collaboration with Bono from U2 on you know, on this project called Playing for Change. You know, and I was telling him that, you know, for me, even artists like U2 and Bono, their music is conscious and positive music. We should all be playing together. You know, all that conscious, we have to understand that in the long run, the message is higher than any messenger. So if we want to bring goodness in the world, goodness only doesn't have to come from reggae music. Goodness have to come from everywhere. And we have to provide an environment where we can all come in and be part of it. So whether it's you two, whether it's me from Africa, whether it's, you know, a hip hop artist, you know, who's, you know, Talib Kweli or whoever, Snoop Lion, and that, you know, we need to bring all this together and start thinking of it all in terms of that the message is important. So we have to come together, as they say, let's get together and what, be all right. Yes, man. One love. That's
One
it.
love,
Yes,
definitely. That's
Yes,
the message.
Yes,
And speaking of One Love, and the originator of One Love was Bob Marley. So what I heard now is a quote saying you're Ghana's Bob Marley. And I also heard, I think it was CNN saying that you are amongst the 10 most influential international artists that come from Africa. How does it make you feel hearing these wonderful, extraordinary compliments?
You know, for me, knowing myself, it makes me more humble. You know, because, you know, as I've said, that I give thanks every day for the opportunity to be able to have the voice or the mantle in my hands to, you know, to engage people. So, you know, so all those things have been, you know, the fire that is within my heart, and it's really directed me everywhere, you know. So when I hear even big accolades, you know, when people compare me to Bob Marley, I'm like, you know, you don't need to compare me to Bob Marley. Bob Marley did something that was complete in its sense, you know what I mean? And created a certain message and energy And what we're doing too in this time too is that we are also recreating the same energy, because when you look, even there was like the Beatles were also doing the same thing. John Lennon was out there talking about people and positivity and one love. All we are saying, give peace a chance, and same thing that reggae was preaching at that time. So for me is that the people have to see us as more of, in this generation, that we are those voices who have gotten an opportunity to be given, the path has been carved by giants who came before us, and we are also coming, but we are also coming not feeling that we are limited by our past, but we're also coming because we want to take it to a whole nother level, and we don't have to be afraid to do that. So we come and we do ours too, to the best of our ability. And that's why, so when I hear all these things, it just makes me humble, and it also makes me want to work very hard at what I'm doing, and also give thanks to all the people who've supported me, because I always say that my story is still being written. The full has not been told yet, so it's still coming. It's still coming. Yeah, it's still coming in a very big way. Yes, I. Yes, I. Yes, I.
All right, Rocky, thank you so much. I wish you all the best for the future, for any chapter that might be written in your story in the future. Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you very much. And I also want to thank all the people too who are supporting incredible platforms like Reggaeville, that is bringing our word right there in the digital media. That's the new media, like my song Download the Revolution says, it says, the internet gonna blaze with it, but Babylon newspaper will not mention it, So this is the new medium by which conscious energy and conscious music will be spread out across the world. So peace to you all. God bless you all. Hope to see you at another concert. And in the meantime, please, let's keep elevating and spreading the goodness. Yes, I am. Peace.